Well, it is the holiday season, so I guess this game should qualify. Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo, released in 1993 by Konami. A magical time when they weren't one of the most hated video game companies in the world. It goes on for a pretty long time. A side-scrolling beat-em-up based on the movie of the same name, which was so fucking weird, I mean, holy shit. That was directed by Tim Burton, starred Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Danny DeVito.
Well, money talks and bullshit walks.
The game consists of you beating down every sorry son of a bitch that gets in your way. And yeah, it didn't make any sense to have clowns in the movie when the main villain is the Penguin. Funny how the two most seen clowns are fat and thin clowns. Well, that's no good categorizing people simply by their body weight. As a body positive channel, I will kill these guys equally, because that's the humane thing to do. If there is one word to describe the combat in this game, it would be satisfying. It feels good to punch guys, hold them by the throats and smack them in the face, throw them to windows, throw them to each other, and my favorite, holding two of them and smashing their heads together. You can also throw batarangs to stun enemies and use a thing called a test tube, which is pretty much just a screen nuke. Holding L or R you can block incoming attacks, and by pressing B and Y together you can do a cape sweep to hit enemies on both sides, though this costs some of your health when performed. There are parts of the game where your normal punches are replaced with batarangs, and the battering button now uses a grappling hook to get around. Whee! It's this kind of little change of playstyle that gives the game some needed variety. In between levels you see some cutscenes taken from the movie. Look at this bit from the opening, it looks like Batman is holding a gun. What do you think this is? Batman v Superman? And in here we see Penguin being introduced, while him also telling how much he loves Disco Inferno by the Tramps. I like how in the game, and when it comes to explaining Catwoman's origins, it just says, frustrated by the villain Shrek. No, she transformed into Catwoman. If you call being pushed out of multiple story buildings window, then a bunch of cats trying to eat her, which end up reviving her and giving her 8 more lives and having a mental breakdown of the highest caliber, then sure. Seriously, what is up with Catwoman getting stupid as fuck origins in movies? This game is pretty challenging. While the normal enemies don't pose much of a threat, the bosses hit fucking hard. I mean, one of Catwoman's attack here, about half of my life bar gone. If it's your first time playing this, go ahead and add some more lives from the options. Well, no, it's not an unfair game, though a cheap party is when you get knocked down, and as soon as you get up, the enemies punch you to the ground again before you even have a chance to counterattack. This happens sometimes so much that I lose a whole life to normal enemies, and it just makes me feel ashamed of myself. In level 5 you take control of the Batmobile and just mow down everybody with machine guns. Now that I think about it, Returns is kinda like Batman v Superman. Cause, you know, Batman kills so many people in both those movies. These bomb-carrying enemies gave me kind of a hard time on my first playthrough. They would throw just when I would try to knock it out of their hands. Okay, wait, no. Oh, damn it.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I wish the enemies would say something when they die, like in River City Ransom. I wonder what these guys would say.
Martha!
What? Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name? Jesus, what else is gonna come from their mouths?
Accepting Jesus Christ as your personal savior.
Nope. Okay, one last try. Let this be a good one.
Everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid nigger.
I'm out. After beating the Penguin in a pretty frustrating 2-part boss battle, peace returns to Gotham until the next time dark forces would rise. That dark force will be known as Joel Schumacher. And later on Zack Snyder. So all in all, Batman Returns is a pretty solid game. The combat is good and fun, the graphics and sound definitely do justice for the movie, and what's a few annoying bosses here and there, but the end result is still good. Even though this game doesn't really bring anything new to the table of this genre, if you fancy good old-fashioned beat-em-ups, give it a try. I'm Isle, and I wish you all a happy holiday. No matter if you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, bonsai, or the flying spaghetti monster's half birthday. Enjoy yourself this season.
On korvia, tassuja, pulleita, massoja, häntiä viilisten. Jättääkö tuikivat yhtynä kilpainen hanginen loistaen, kun kaikki juhlaan kulku.